Well, good evening and welcome to this week's WCT Game of the Week, and we've got a special one for you tonight. We have got the Girls Middle School Championships in basketball, and this should be a pretty good matchup. Here we see the Freedom Middle School ladies are going to be taking on the Grassland General ladies, and what should be a pretty good matchup. And we're announcing right now the Freedom starters, and we look at there, we got Chantel Fly, Rachel Gray, Shelby Hash, Morgan Jones, and Ashlyn Harden. And the two people you want to look out for there, Paul, are Miss Fly and Miss Harden.
Yeah, Miss Ashley Harden, only a 7th grader, and she makes a big difference on the floor. The Lady Stars finished 2nd in the regular season in the WMAA, and the Grassland Lady Generals finished 1st, and their starters are.
Yeah, we got Holly Harris, Sarah Harden, Grace Gardner, Cassie Hayes, and Sarah Wright. And I believe they come into this game undefeated. Haven't lost a game all season.
Yeah.
And, I think it all starts with Holly Harris. A lot of good guys. Sarah Wright can definitely play. But last year, Harris just tore things up, and Grassland actually went to the championship last year. Harris got in foul trouble early, and they just kind of really struggled.
Yeah, Holly Harris.
She's looking to have a good game tonight.
Yeah, Holly Harris, of course, does a lot for him, gets people open with her ball handling skills, also rebounds very well. Keep your eye on Sarah Wright, 22, and also Sarah Harden, 11.
Look to pound and low, Gardner on the outside. I'll say Harden.
Sarah Wright on the steal.
And there you see early on, you talked about Harden making an impact. You don't see very many big ladies able to defensively take the ball and go down the court, not able to connect on the layup. And there's Holly Harris now. You first look at her for Grassland. And there's Cassie Hayes, fires, misses. And Harden are battling for it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see a very determined Grassland team lost again in the championship last year to Brentwood Middle. Looking for a little redemption. These 5 girls have won a lot of games.
Oh, nice play by Harris. Harden did a good job defensively on Harden, and then they were able to get the ball back.
And speaking of winning a lot of games, there's Allison Hill, the longtime head coach for the Lady Generals.
Does an excellent job for Grassland.
And another thing is, Matt, referees will come into play in the middle school game quite a bit, as you will see some calls that you don't really think are the calls, and then some calls will be like, what in the world? So
Gardner down to Sarah. Back over to Harris. Harris open. She's going to pull the trigger. Little off. Faye comes with the rebound. Can't connect. Gardner tries to track it down, but out of bounds.
Well, again, there was Fly on the missed opportunity right there, and you face a team that hasn't lost a game, as Brian Carter has been to the finals before and actually won 2 years ago the WMAA championship. And that's the thing right here, Matt. You see as Harden's going to draw the foul, neither one of these teams are very deep, so they go maybe 6, 7 deep, and if foul trouble starts to occur, it'll be interesting to see which supplementary young lady will come up and make a difference.
Yeah, and you talked about that foul situation. This is the second Harden comes away with it. I know from my experience in middle school, they are really bad about when the people are down low. Nice shot there by Hayes of somebody just standing there calling a foul when arms hits arms.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem, especially both these teams want to try to pound it inside a little bit.
Well, here comes the 2-2-1.
That was a carry.
That Coach Hill has been installing into the Lady Generals for a long, long time, and just continues to use it, and it's very effective. And again, the turnover by Freedom. That's what Freedom's got to eliminate, turnovers against that. And Coach Hill loves to run that off a made basket.
He's back down to Harden, over to Gardner. Gardner's open, fires, a little long, rebound. Freedom, nice little give and go action. Picks up easy 2. Well, 3:51 now, 2-2.
So that's kind of Freedom's game, Matt, is to get out and run, especially on long rebounds like that.
On the transition.
Yeah, and some, again, quick steals.
Gardner did a good job of coming away with that. And I've got somebody right there that they've got to get involved, Sarah Wright. Everybody knows about Harris. Good job getting him up in the air, but just having a hard time connecting right now. Hash comes away with the ball, and she kind of kicks it, loses it. Back over to Harden. And I don't think that's where they want her playing.
Well, I will tell you this, Matt. Harden can hit the three.
Really?
Saw her hit a couple this week in the first and semifinal rounds of this tournament.
And there, that's what Harris needs. She's got to hit a couple of those open shots. 5-2 now, just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first. And Harris defensively all over the place.
Well, again, on this 2-2-1, if you got to try to find Harden in the middle, number 50 for Freedom, and she's got to be the one to turn and kind of dictate, and there she hits the middle.
You saw that. It was a nice pass. They knew exactly what to do, but just couldn't quite hang on to the ball. Have a jump ball. Harden gets her hands on it. And the Generals have possession.
There's our longtime scorekeeper, Woodland J. McCulley. Doing a fantastic job over there on the possession arrow.
Again, Harris just a little short.
Here's where they, and Sarah Wright looks like she may be injured, got hit in the face or something, Matt. Surprisingly, the transition was easy, or slowed down for some reason, but
They way long there.
Freedom did not take advantage, and there again.
You talked about the outside, can't find it there. Faye tracking that down, trying to keep it alive. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Grassland's going to retain possession, or going to take possession. And Gardner's going to inbound here to Harris. Harris made a couple tonight, but just a lot of shots, kind of struggling. Gardner again, just a bit off. The Lady General just seem having a hard time finding the mark right now. Harden cross court. Jones not able to find it. And there, that is about the 5th time that we've seen Holly Harris tip a ball. Harden comes away with it. Nice job by Harden. They're going to have a foul now, and I believe that's going to be on Ashlyn Harden. And that gives both the Hardens, I believe, 1 foul. Only the 2nd foul tonight, 1-on-1 for each team. 1:38 now remaining here in the first. A lot of time. 5-2, Generals lead.
Yeah, 3 seconds, I think Sarah Wright and both Sarah Harden both just kind of got caught watching as the perimeter players kind of dance the ball around. But here we go, here comes the 2-2-1. That's the way to break it right there, is to get.
And I think that's the type of thing that when you're in middle school, you take it to the basket like that, you're going to get a foul called, nothing else.
You would think that's the case, Matt, but
not happening.
Not all the time.
Well, I guess you had a little issue in your game the other day.
Well,
117 now. Harden.
Yeah, you know,
definitely off the mark.
And Ashlyn Harden, normally a pretty good free throw shooter. I'm just wondering if the nerves are kind of getting to her. Again, you see she has a good shooting form, but just not able to cash in.
Sarah Harden with the rebound. They saw Wright had position. Harden does a good job of tracking that back down. Gardner again. Gardner 0 for right now. Nice job by Holly Harris. Gardner really got a pretty good outside shot, but I think you're talking about that pressure of being in this situation again for the 2nd time for these young ladies.
Well, not the greatest pass by Harris that time. Turnover.
Good job defensively by Freedom.
Now nice job by Gardner. Harden did a nice job.
Yeah. She did a good job of keeping that ball in play. And we're going to have a timeout now, I believe, by Grassland.
Yeah, Coach Carter. No, actually, it's going to be by Freedom.
Freedom.
That's going to call the timeout as Brian Carter. kind of didn't like the way things are going. You know, when you start in the quarter, 34 seconds left in the first quarter, Matt, you scored 2 points. Nerves have come to effect, but you know what? It's one of these things where, you know, if the shots aren't falling, you got to figure a way to stop the bleeding and get them in there. Defensively, Grassland's done a fantastic job eliminating the possible easy baskets with their quick half-court trap.
And they've done a great job of getting inside of these passing lanes. Freedom has had some shots, though, some open looks, but just have not been able to knock it down. Really, both teams so far struggling shooting.
Well, they better throw it in.
Playing good defense, though.
And that's such a luxury to have at heart. As Sarah Wright comes up with a steal.
Yeah. We talked about the way Grassland's being aggressive in those passing lanes. You saw it right there. Rebound by Fly. Well, no. Yep. Jones comes away with the loose ball. 14 seconds now. You'd think they would stop and hold, but Gardner comes away with a steal. Well, almost. And Fly does a good job of trying to come back to it, knocks out of bounds. Good job by Grace anticipating.
Well, the one thing middle school girls have a hard time doing is the clock winds here with 5 seconds left. And we'll come back to it here in a second as Harris going to try to hit the buzzer, but all for naught.
And that's going to do it here for the first quarter. The Lady Generals lead 5-2 over Freedom Middle School. And, you know, I think when you look at this game so far, you're going to think Grassland's defense is really what's doing it. They just, any type of passing lane, they're in it, and they're challenging everything that's happening.
Yeah, when you convert turnovers on defense, you've got to convert offense as well. Again, middle school clock is 6-minute quarters. Yeah. So if you're looking for a high-scoring game here, you're probably not going to get it. But going back to that half-court trap, Matt, is the key to Freedom. You don't always have to lob the passes over the defenders. You know, as the cheerleaders, fantastic job. Yeah. Bounce pass.
No doubt.
It's not illegal. You can use it.
Yeah. No
Rarely
doubt.
do you ever see it.
And you think that'd be a good way to get the entry down there, especially with you've seen Harden set up a couple times. We saw Sarah Wright set up in pretty good position. I'm not sure that you actually want her going up against Ashlyn Harden, but she had good position. And, you know, just like you're talking about, you see those ladies on the perimeter with the ball above their head, not really knowing how to get it down in there. You know, that bounce pass, you get some nice entry.
Well, again, here comes the 2-2-1. Not a bad job that time. They're breaking it.
A little out of control, but right in. Yeah. Nice job by Harden. 5-4 game now to start off the second quarter. And you got to think that they were talking about how to break that.
Oh, man.
That was a nice pass by Holly Harris. You talk about the fact the bounce pass. Whoa. And but Sarah Harden just couldn't quite hang on to it. Is that going to be her second foul?
That's going to be Harden's second, and I'll tell you what, that's a game changer, Harden going out. One, she keeps a lot of ball active on the defensive side, and two, she can handle the ball on offense and be a nice, easy target against that press.
Harris, rebound Gardner. Gardner off the glass and in. Nice job by Gardner. And number 42, Micah Stewart comes in the game for Harden. And there you see also they come out with a full court press after that, after Harden coming out. Grassland almost came away with a turnover. And there, Sarah Wright, I think kind of inadvertently knocked that ball out of bounds, or that was going out on, that would have been Grassland ball. 5:15 now. Harden does a nice job of stepping in front of that pass, and she's going to take it coast to coast, off the glass, in, and the foul. 5:06, nice job by Harden. We've seen her a couple times down low defensively make some nice plays, and that time she does a great job of finishing it on the offensive end.
Well, if there's anybody that's going to be a beneficiary of
no doubt
Ashlyn Harlan being in foul trouble, it's Sarah Harden.
And she's also a student athlete. She's a great student in the classroom.
And I tell you a little bit of trivia, a big One Direction fan.
No doubt. And not just One Direction, Harry Styles fan. She came to me the other day in the hallway and told me that she bought a Harry Styles toothbrush and how excited she was about it. So,
well, there's a foul on Gardner.
Yep.
Well, here comes our first sighting of a sub as Caroline DeFranco comes in for Gardner. Gardner leaves the game with 2 points and a lot of
steals and deflections. Nice job by Harris. Good heads up steal, but
and again,
not quite on the pass with Hayes there.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite track it down.
Again, Grassland commits a turnover. You just can't convert. Again, you got a bounce pass. Oh, there's one.
Off the glass just a little bit hard, and I think she was affected by I apologize. Shelby Hash coming to give her a little bit of a bump.
Yeah. Now the question for Coach Carter and Freedom is, how long do you leave Ashlyn Harden out of the game?
Yeah.
Kind of antsy,
6-point game.
You're about to turn it into an 8-point game if Harris hits these 2 free throws.
This is the first. 4:40 now. And there you see Harden at the scorer's table right now checking in. .440 now. Harden back in the game. 11-4. Grassland leads right now by 7. Still a lot of time remaining. Harris tried to jump that. Well, Jones can't find, but Harden just immediately making her impact felt back in this game with the offensive rebound, and she's going to go to the line.
Again, I think Harden has already missed some free throw attempts.
Missed 2.
But the thing about it is she has like 6 rebounds already. Just can't seem to buy the basket.
Yep.
There we go.
That was a nice one. That looked very nice.
1 for 6 from the free throw line.
Under 4:30 now. Sarah Wright. And there you see her ability to put on the ground. It does a nice job, little move, go underneath him. Put it in the bucket. 13-5 now, and we got a walk. Ball right back to Grassland now. 4:15 here in the second. Hayes to inbound. Sarah Wright just scored. Down low to Hayes. Hayes couldn't keep it clean. Off the glass for Sarah Harden. And she's making her presence felt now. I believe that's her 4th point. Fry over to Harden. Harden driving.
Oh, I like Harden trying to take the charge.
Sorry, gonna move that hip over. Little flop action.
All right, you got to give her credit. Not a lot of young ladies would try to attempt to take a charge.
I'm not taking that charge. Under 4 minutes, 3:52. Fly at the line. I believe this is the first time we've seen her at the line tonight. Rolls it in.
End of the game is 24, Hayden Kelly.
Round the back.
For the Lady Stars. I like
that was nice. He'll have a little ritual. Rebound by Wright. Over to Hayes. DeFranco pass off the foot.
Yeah.
And Hash comes away with it, and we're going to have a push, I believe, on DeFranco.
DeFranco,
Hash was kind of pulling away.
Tremendous soccer player. If you wanted some defense created, DeFranco's the person you want.
And we're going to have DeFranco back out as Grace Gardner comes back into the game. 3:43 now.
Uh-oh.
Nice job by Harris.
Yeah, that was a nice job.
They're just all over the place in those passing lanes. Coach Hill and Coach Spirito have got those ladies zoned in on that. Fry, that looked good from here.
Oh.
Fly just having a hard time finding a range tonight.
Wright and Gardner both knocked it out of each other's hands. Coach Hill saying, keep your hands up. Here comes Harden.
Kelly inbounds. Jones. Jones back to Kelly. To Jones. And down low to Harden. You see Harris again anticipating that pass.
That's a tough pass.
Wow.
Oh.
What a pass. Great job by Sarah Harden to realize in traffic to hang on to that ball and then have the composure to go up and score. That's her 6th point of the night.
That's a good pass, but even a greater catch and finish.
Yeah. 17-6 now. Lady Generals lead by 11. 3 minutes remaining here in the first, and just every pass is being contested right now by the Lady Generals. Fly. And right now, Harris has just got that zoned in. I think they're just kind of sitting back and spying on Harden. And as soon as the pass comes, she just cut it right in front of it. Gardner cross court to Hayes. Down to right. Back to Harden. Harris wide open, puts it on the ground. Oh, in and out. Harris having a hard time buying a bucket right now.
Nice job by Hayes and Harden to keep that ball alive.
Yeah.
Getting the extra possession right here.
We've seen nights where she just, the bucket looks like it's got a 5-foot diameter. Nice cut by Wright.
Woo! Sarah Wright saw that Harris had the ball, came to it across the lane. Great feed. Nice finishing catch, Sarah Wright. She's got 4, trying to add another one, make it 5.
Oh, that was a nice move. Good job of playing within the offense. Off the front of the rim, 3:10 now. Or excuse me, 2:10 now. Here remaining in the first half. I think they've got to get Fly involved in this game somehow.
Yeah.
Grassland is definitely keying down low on Harden. And one of the ways that the Freedom's going to make that stop happening is hitting some shots on the outside. Nice job by Harden of muscling that in there. She's going to go to the line again. Made her last free throw. She's going to have to start putting these in here. They're going to claw back into this game.
So Harden gets the basket and the harm. Trying to add it here. Oh, man. Again, once you create a turnover, you can't turn it right back over.
Yeah, nice job by Hash to come away with that. Looked like she was going to lose it, but she didn't. And there, Fly trying to get involved, just having a hard time buying a bucket.
Well,
1:30 now. Rebound Harden. Over to Harris. Harris loses it. Fly, she's going to get an easy bucket here. Off the glass and in. 19-10. And Freedom now cuts the lead to single digits. 1:15 here remaining in the first half.
Well, yeah, Fly just added her first bucket of the night. She's got 3, but on the Grassland side, it's been Sarah Harden, the post player.
6 points.
Was 7 points and 8 rebounds.
Wow.
Talk about a double-double early on.
We got a battle of backflips happening right now.
I tell you what,
I will not be involved in it, I can tell you right now.
I do not like to watch it just because of the slight chance of somebody not finishing their flip.
Nah, it's not happening.
Yeah. I like, cheering aspect, getting kids involved, but man, when they do all that stuff, I just kind of look away and hope for the best.
Last night Wyatt asked me, he said, Dad, can you do a handstand? And I said, do I look like I can do a handstand? Not happening. I can't imagine one of these ladies doing those flips like that. 1:13 now remaining here in the first half.
Well, here we go. It looks like
leads by 9.
Freedom's going man, and I tell you what, you can't leave Harris open. And there's Harden, the leading scorer.
Ooh, she got 9 points now.
Yeah.
21-10.
If you didn't want to leave anybody open, that was the one. Wow.
I believe we've got now into the game Millie O'Brien. And O'Brien giving up a little size there, but fighting like crazy down low. Harden again to the line. Has she only made 1 free throw right now tonight?
Yeah, one is 7.
Make it 2.
2 of 8. she's had plenty of opportunities, man. At least she knows she's going to the basket hard.
Yeah. Rebound Harris.
And that's a great rebound. I think Freedom during the season gets a lot of chances, second chances off rebounds, and she did a nice job boxing out.
Under 40 seconds, you'd think Grassland may hold for this shot here.
Again, Freedom goes man to man. Keep your eye on Harris.
20 seconds now.
Here we go, I think, with Harris going to the basket.
13, and she almost got a perfect lane. Nice pass off to the side, and Sarah Harden has found it. I mean, she's got her stroke on tonight. 3, 2, 1, and Fly can't do it, and that's going to do it here for first half action at Woodland Middle School, where the Lady Generals lead Freedom Middle School 23-11. And it's been a pretty good first half, but Grassland defensively just been a monster. We'll be right back with second half action after this.
Callie, remember your face and get up there. I'm right here. I never
My name is Austin. Why I picked this book is why I picked Puppies is because it has really good illustrations and it had facts I never knew, and I just loved the book when I read it.
Welcome back to second half action. We're here at Woodland Middle School. I'm Matt Hill along with Paul Brees. And Paul, you've got some stats for us here for the
absolutely. We got stat friend Tucker Harlan here to join us tonight. He's keeping stats for us. And it was Sarah Harden for Grassland leading the way with 11 points and 8 rebounds. And then on the Freedom side, Ashlyn Harden had 7 points and 5 rebounds to kind of get things going here. But I tell you what, Matt, you got it. Once Freedom gets these turnovers, they got to create right here. They got to score. They cannot keep turning the ball over. Whoopsie.
Fly was somebody who we were looking at as maybe coming there offensively, and she's not living up to the bill right now. Kind of struggling from the field.
Coach Carter's kind of got to be shocked by the way that his 2 players have gone, but Harris decides to take it herself and says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. And I think that's bad news for Freedom if they have to play man-to-man, and Harris can have anything she would like.
And there's the big story tonight is Grassland has just been in every single passing lane.
Well, again, Coach Carter got to look for some magic here. You got basically got 11 minutes to get something happening.
25-11, 14-point game. Nice job by Wright to come away with it. I believe that ball may have gone out of bounds on what they call the block.
Foul on number 4.
Yeah,
Lance got the ball right there.
Doing double duty. Ball boy.
Director.
Slash.
Heads
producer.
Up guy. Yeah, really. Here comes Harris. Again, the man-to-man I think is going to really provide some positive momentum for Grassland because Harris can take anybody off the dribble, and if you leave Harden open, one of the
first times we've seen her miss in quite some time. Nice job by Fly to come away with the rebound. 4:30 now remaining here in the third. And that's going to be a walk. Ball right back to Grassland. You talked about it. Got a missed shot by Harden on the other end. You got an opportunity to try to cut this lead, and you have a quick turnover like that offensively for the Lady Stars.
I think this is not a bad move right here to put some pressure on the ball full court, but then you got to do something right here maybe to trap because Harris.
And Wright does a good job of cutting, but doesn't
try
finish.
it again. Whoop, I don't want it. Here you go.
Hot potato.
Sarah Wright's already been blocked once by Harden.
Yeah. And Harden says she didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Smart move by Harden, realizing she probably wasn't going to catch it. Just let it go by her off the deflection.
Coach Hill from Grassland definitely wasn't agreeing with that call. Got what she wanted. Well, somebody's going to be open. Yeah. Oh, great cut. Oh, the left hand by Harris.
I can't believe that went in.
Wow.
Nice shot.
That's 8.
Harris finding her groove. Under 4 minutes now. That might have been over and back. Grassland nonetheless comes away with it. Fades Fly don't want to pick up a cheap one right there.
No.
Wright does a good job of moving out the ball, although she lost it right there. Harris passes to Fly. Fly off the glass and in. (27-13). 3 minutes now remaining here in the third. Grassland still leads by 14. Hayes comes away with it. And that ball, Gardner does a good job tracking it down before it goes out of bounds. Kind of dangerous cross-court pass. Cassie Hayes off the dribble and in. Wow, she put a little English on that ball, spun it in.
Yeah, a little softball pitch.
Caroline DeFranco comes in for Wright. They're not going to count that, I assume.
Wow, that time that they had some contact. Nice pickup here by Ash.
I tried. A nice job by Harris. Harris is everywhere. Hayes drives off the glass and in. And this time she's able to finish. She's going to go to the line, but she looks like she landed hard on that elbow. Glad to see she's up and okay. You know, these floors are hard. You're talking about the backflips. That's something I don't want right there. Going down hard like that. You go up in the air. She sold out and got hammered.
Nice job by Hayes.
Hayes makes it a 17-point game, 2:33 now.
You get fouled like that and you step to the free throw line and hit it, that's always a...
The pain goes away a lot faster.
Freedom just can't solve the 2-2-1. No.
DeFranco, nice pass to Harden. Harden couldn't make it happen. Then Hayes comes away with another steal. Grassland, it's all over the place. Hayes now 5th point in a row. 2 minutes now. 19-point game.
Ash, nice job.
Jones, a little long. Rebound, Fly. Fly can't make it happen. Lady Stars will retain possession.
Well, Hayes has come out of nowhere. 7 points, 3 boards. With 1:51 here in the third quarter, Matt.
And I think that's exactly what Miss Harden's got to do. Go to that basket strong
Ashlyn
and
Harlan,
often.
Ashlyn Harlan adds her 9th point of the night. Sarah Harden picks up the foul.
Sarah Harden's got to be close to double digits as well, I would think.
Oh, points?
Yes.
Yeah, 11.
11, she's there. Jones comes away with the turnover. 1:41 It looks like Grassland transitioned right to a press off the turnover. That was kind of interesting.
That is very
wow.
Very disciplined.
No doubt. I don't think I've seen that even when our high school games was done. They came over the turnover right away. And you can chalk that up to coaching. Coach Hill does a great job. Hayes almost loses it.
Now they're going to try to run some clock here. Maybe get an easy look at the basket again with Hayes.
The ball is just bouncing Grassland's way every time you turn around. 1 minute now remaining here in the third. DeFranco with the ball. Kind of driving into traffic.
Whoops.
Oh. They're going to call a travel.
Yeah. Comes Fly.
45 seconds now.
Again.
Harris just, I don't know how many deflections that she's had. That's something we don't generally keep track of, but she's been all over the place. 30 seconds now. Hayes comes away with it, although not sure what they're calling here. Sarah Wright back into the game though, regardless. Looks like Grassland's going to inbound.
It's going to be white ball, not, yeah, you guess as good as mine. Coach Hill over there trying to figure out.
Hayes about loses. It looks like she got pushed.
And a nice headsy call on a timeout.
27 seconds now remaining here in the third. Grassland leads by 16, 32-16.
Well,
and Coach Carter's trying to dial something up over there to stop the bloodletting.
And our good friend Tucker Harlan hands me the stats. What did we find out from this? Sarah Harden says 11 points, 9 rebounds. Holly Harris, 8 points, 6 rebounds. Cassie Hayes, 8 points,
8
5
points
rebounds.
in like a blink of an eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just went off.
So, on the other side, Ashton Harlan, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Doing her best to try to keep things interesting, but Matt, we're 27.8 seconds from the fourth quarter, and you know my old thing is, if you're not inside 10, it's going to be a long.
Are they all 8th grade? Huh? All right, 26 seconds now, and you talked about it, that 10-point margin. Not quite there. Sarah Wright's going to try to extend it.
A good rebound by DeFranco.
Franco over to Wright. Wright.
Sarah Wright just came into the game, Matt. You talked about it. 2 quick shots. You got to love it.
Not afraid to pull the trigger. Fly tried to fire one up. At least she had, she understood the situation. But not going to do it. And that's going to do it here for the third quarter. And Grassland right now leading by 16, 32-16. And, trying to avenge last year's loss in the finals. And it looks like they're on their way to do it. You talked about that 10-point margin. The Lady Stars aren't quite there.
Well, we're in for a doozy in the game number 2, the boys game, as number 1 seed Woodland and number 2 seed Heritage Hornets will battle it out.
Yep.
And
that's something I don't want to do there. See Olivia O'Donnell getting thrown in the air.
Going back to the boys bracket, Matt, determined the number 1 seed by coin flip at the end of the season by County Athletic Director Jack Daniels, witnessed by Coach Daniels' wife. It happened on a Sunday afternoon. And so Woodland won the flip. But either way, both teams are in it. As we have the 1 and the 2 seed here for the ladies as well. So it's kind of playing out as the regular season goes.
All right, here we go. Start of fourth quarter action. And just like that, Caroline DeFranco.
Unfortunately, they're going to get a
tapping the
10
ball.
call if they don't get it across.
Somebody behind us was counting 17, 18, 19.
Harden ran over Harden.
Yeah. Harden on Harden crime there. And Harris to inbound.
And here we finally see some.
I think this is something that we should have seen earlier, but kind of gave up on it rather quickly.
There's got to be some trapping action to try to get Holly Harris out of the ball. If you want to keep somebody open, DeFranco may be the one that Freedom's determined to leave open. I just don't think DeFranco's ones that wants to score. She's out there for defensive purposes, and
she's a speed demon.
There
Harris,
comes-
there's somebody who
Wow.
wants to score right off the glass.
nice set play. Harris with the layup.
I mean, I think Harris is somebody next year that we're going to see playing on Franklin's varsity.
Absolutely. They lose a lot of girls at Franklin High School, a lot of seniors.
They're losing a lot of people here on this Grassland team as you look at it, and along with Freedom. A lot of 8th graders for both these squads playing a lot of minutes. Under 5 now remaining here in the game. Grassland by 16. 34-18 now. Harris with the ball. I'm sure Grassland kind of content to maybe run some clock off.
Freedom doing a nice job defensively.
Harris kind of loses it, comes away with it though. I mean, that's what we talk about. The ball just bounced Grassland's way almost the entire night. That might have been a walk. DeFranco off the glass, but a little too strong. Fly with the ball now. Lost her dribble. Harden's going to put it on the ground, off the glass and in. And that's something I thought we'd see a lot more of tonight. Just hasn't quite happened.
Well, she's given a good effort. Freedom has done a pretty good job trying to find her, but Matt, it's that half court zone trap that Coach Hill puts in.
And it almost looked like defensively, Harris was kind of just sitting back waiting for that entry pass and just was picking it off left and right.
Yeah, she got a lot of tips. Now Ashland Harlan for Freedom, 14 points on the night. You know, you look up at the scoreboard, Freedom's got 20.
Yeah.
So kind of figure out who it's all going to be run through.
Yeah.
Freedom, the number 2 seed coming in, a tremendous season. And you see Ashland Harlan right there, only a 7th grader.
Yeah.
You
They'll
know
be
what?
back.
She's definitely back, and I tell you one thing is, man, you know, you let kids go to the summer and then they come back to school and you're like, wow.
What happened?
Yeah. So only going to be at
Harris off the glass again. I think she probably could have done that at will all night long, especially once they got into man-to-man. Back to a 16-point game, 3:47 now remaining here in the ball game. Fly with the ball, trying to get it down low to Harden. Fly wide open, shoots from the corner, and she makes it. And that's kind of, you know, what we expected to see early on. 13-point game now. DeFranco lost her dribble, and they're going to call travel.
Yep, falling backwards.
Yep.
Well, you know, Matt, 3:28, a 13-point
There's
game.
a lot of time. There's some time left.
If
They
somehow
had a couple other shots, get some turnovers like they just did.
throw it back to Hash. Maybe
Hash
she
is
wants
open.
to
She
shoot
gotta
it. I
pull
don't
that trigger.
know. Fly will shoot it. And he lands in the right spot if you're Lady Star.
Yeah, and that's going to go to the line if nothing else. But he talked about earlier in the game that Harden does a pretty good job of shooting the outside shot and shooting free throws. She's really struggling tonight from the line. She's going to have to start putting them in from this point out if they're going to claw their way back in. 13-point game. And she's going to do it right there, make it 12. As we're going to see Hayes come back in the game for DeFranco. This is the second rebound right.
Oh.
And Fly tried to get in there.
Oh, me. Harden, Ashland Harlan for Freedom kind of tweaked her ankle right there, Matt.
Yep. Good job by Sarah coming back, finding Hayes. 3 minutes now remaining here in the game. Grace with the ball, and now Grassland's just going to play a little give and go, try to run some clock off. Somebody's got to step up for Freedom and foul. And I think all these generals are pretty good at shooting free throws. But you don't want Harris shooting them.
Well, they got a switch on the handoffs.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice move by Harris. 2:40 now.
That's 14 for Harris.
As you know, at halftime, nice shot by Fly. At halftime, I don't think Holly had all that many points. She has really come on here in the second half.
Well, and again, that's because
Fly right there trying to.
That's because, Matt, Harris has had a great opportunity in the second half, and especially late in the third and the early fourth, is because Freedom's had to play man-to-man, and she knows she can take her.
Nice job by Emma Masaki right there. Talking about backflips.
Defender off the dribble.
I'm not doing that.
So if you'd like a copy of tonight's DVD, check it out, 472-4032, $10 a game. Check out our website, www.wc-tv.net. We got our good friends' YouTube page, or channel, excuse me.
All kinds of cool
you know what I'm saying.
Yep. Not just sports related as well.
No, absolutely.
School board meetings.
Those are exciting.
We got a Big D tonight doing his first job on camera work for us.
Solid effort.
Yeah. Getting a view right now from him.
Well, interesting that Freedom showed press, then backed off. Not sure what they're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. A little run-out trap.
Hayes loses it.
Oh, man. Harden scrapping.
I'm not fighting in that battle. Fly with the ball. 2:13 now. Hash had it, doesn't want to shoot. Jones will fire, though. We've seen her pull the trigger a couple times, in and out. And I believe that's going to be over and back on number 4. That is Rachel Gray. Grassland with the ball now, 2 minutes. You know, we talked about D. Did a good job on the camera work. We got Raquel and Kellyanne up top doing a good job there. As always, Lance and Creed working things down low, keeping it all running. 1:44 now. Gardner with the ball, trying to get it down to right. Harden, deceptively fast. Fly loses it. And we're going to have a foul on Sarah.
It's on the floor, so it's really not going to cost him anything. Only
Nope.
the third team foul.
Yep.
There's your buddy right there.
Yep, there we see Raquel. Wow, that's I believe the third 3 here in the fourth quarter.
They got a minute. Yeah, you got a minute and a half.
You got 8 points.
You tried to air it out, and now Freedom's clawed their way. At least make things interesting.
Yeah.
Coach Hill says, I'll take a timeout to gather my
no doubt.
troops.
8-point game. Fly has just caught fire here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, she's got 11 now, Matt. So
Man.
couldn't find her in the first 3 quarters. And all of a sudden, there has been a Chantel Fly sighting. Oh, my. Oh, my.
That could have been a mid-court collision.
That is not fun. Look out.
Now, we thought that Harden collision earlier was bad. That would have been nasty right there.
I don't understand.
Okay, ladies, you can't do it at the same time.
There's got to be some kind of control here. You know,
where are these cheerleader coaches at?
Cheerleading's the #1 sport for ER visits.
Well, we got Shelly Brasher sitting over here watching. I think I don't know if she's a cheerleader coach over there.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think she is. She needs to get down there and say, come on, ladies.
You know.
They can't miss math class for me tomorrow. They need to get it together.
Well, now we got to find out. Freedom's going to have to start fouling. Oh,
nice job there by Hash. Hash defensively all over the place. Off the glass, number 4, Fly with the rebound, puts it back in. 6-point game now, 1 minute remaining.
Holy moly.
Freedom making this interesting.
Oh, Harris
loses it out of bounds.
And a smile on her face.
Wow. 6-point game right now, and that is the lady who you don't want to have the ball in your hand if you're a Grassland
Don't let Fly
fan.
pull it.
Jones
Oh, no!
Puts it in, 3-point game. 47 seconds now. Harris with the ball, and she's going to be fouled. Wow. This has been all Generals all night, and in the last about 3 minutes, some huge three-point shots from the Lady Stars. 44 seconds.
Yeah. Morgan Jones for Freedom. 2 threes, make it happen 6 on the night. Oh, man, Hayes, are you going to take the shot?
Gardner
doesn't want it.
Gardner,
take it.
Oh, my gosh, another turnover. Hash with the ball. Harris does a great job defensively. Wow.
No foul. What are you going to do? Great call by Coach Hill.
Timeout by Grassland. What a wild last minute and a half now. If Hash would have been able to complete that,
well,
this place would have erupted. 3-point game now.
Well, you're getting your $5 worth, man. Well, here's what you do. You get in your best free throw girl shooter's hands. Let him foul
got the ball here, though.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Get the ball into Grassland's best free throw shooter's hands. You're going 1-and-1. You make the 2 free throws. You're out of a 2-possession game, and you go home with the title. But you can't turn it over.
and you know, that's something they've done a good job of in the second half up until the last about 2 minutes.
Now, you know, Freedom is now getting a little more motivated.
Yeah, no doubt. They were standing around a little bit, hit a couple of shots there, back in this game. 3 points, 1-possession game. Harris to inbound.
Harris, I'm surprised he
Gardner.
Inbound. Oh, man.
Over to Harden.
That would be the one person I would foul. I wouldn't foul Harris.
They got 23 seconds.
Harden and Gardner. Maybe Gardner you would foul. You got to foul somebody. Hayes may be the one.
Got to foul somebody. Gardner with the ball.
Oh, that's safe. That's a safe person right there.
12 seconds. They've got to foul. And that may be intentional. They're not going to call it, though. 11.5 seconds now. 3-point game. And that's still, you know, that's a foul to give. They've got to have to do it again.
Well, Coach Carter risked it.
So that's 7. Excuse me. That's 7. That's 7.
They risked it. They tried to go for the steal. Lady Generals did a nice job.
I think as soon as they got past midcourt, they should have fouled, though.
They did a good job, though, getting the ball back to Harris. Now she's 1-and-1. This one would take it 2 possessions with 11 seconds. Very difficult.
Off the glass, can't make it happen. Rebound Jones to Fly. Fly 8 seconds, 7, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Carter.
Great call by Coach Carter, calling timeout, getting the sideline play set up. Now,
well, they're up by 19. This is not the finish that I was expecting. No, man alive.
And let me tell you something, Matt. You got a situation here where if you're Grassland, you go ahead and foul before the shot. You got 3 more fouls to give. Go ahead and continue to foul. Let the clock run out.
You don't want to foul in the act of shooting, but you're more than happy to send them to the line when you're up by 3.
No. You're not going to the line.
Yeah. You're right. They only got 3. You're right. Yeah. I'm saying if you keep doing it over and over, you're right.
So if you're Coach Hill, maybe you encourage the foul because it takes about 2.5 seconds per inbounds, maybe.
And you certainly don't want the ball in Fly's hand. And look for Jones in the corner over here.
Well,
Harden with the ball.
Harden.
6 seconds.
Foul. You got a foul.
Fly shoots from about midcourt. Can't find the range, and that's going to do it. Grassland wins by 3. And what was one heck of a finish for this game. The Lady Stars came storming back from quite a deficit.
Well, you got to give credit to Harden and Fly for Freedom. Combined 28 of the 35. They did what they could, but it was the Holly Harris with 14, Harden with 11 on the big first half. Cassidy Hayes had a run there with about 8. And Coach Hill, congratulations to them and the Grassland Lady Generals, WMAA champions.
Yeah. Nice job, all these ladies, and thanks for tuning in to WCTV. We'll be back with the boys game championship right after Pets of the Week.